So hi guys, this is PB Developer today, and today I'm going to talk about fundamentals of web pages, websites, as well as the programming languages used in developing these websites. So let's get started. So at first we'll learn what are the fundamentals of website and web page and languages used to work with it. So at first, what is a web page? Everything that you search on internet, you browse through the internet, whether it is Google, Wikipedia, any other websites, etc., all are the web pages. You doesn't open a website, you open a web page in real. So every page that you open, whether it's the home page or other pages, page 1, page 2, page 3, etc., all things comes under web page. All those are a single page. So here you can see I have got a picture of Wikipedia. So this is a topic of Wikipedia. So this is also a web page, as you can see here. Now secondly, what comes to your mind is, what is a website? So website is a collection of many web pages is called a website. So what does a website contain? A website, it contains a home page, pages about information or about a particular information, page for a help center, page for downloads, others, etc. So this means vary from the actual websites. It is not necessary that it will have all this. Means it is just an example that a website mainly contain all these pages that makes a complete website. For example, let me tell you, www.google.com. This is a website, and it contains different types of web pages that makes a complete Google website. So google.com/downloads, it is a web page because it's a part of a google.com website, and this web page contain all the downloads for our all the Google websites. So and another, that is www.google.com/search. So this is also a web page because it is also a part of google.com, and in this search we can search information that we want to see. So that's it. That is the web page and the website. And now comes what is the main thing, that is which programming languages are used to develop it. The mostly developers use HTML, CSS and JavaScript for developing websites, web pages and websites. These three programming languages are used for creating web pages, and when they are merged together they become a website. So now I will tell you what is HTML, CSS and JavaScript, just for description. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and the latest version of it is 5. And secondly, it is CSS or Cascading Style Sheets. The latest version of it is 3. And thirdly comes JS or JavaScript. So these three are the programming languages used to develop it. These three are used together. You cannot just work separately. These three are worked together. So at first I will talk about HTML. So what is HTML? It is the main basic core and building blocks of programming, means of website programming. So with the use of HTML you can create the basic building blocks of your web page. It is very simple and easy to learn. In the next the videos I will just talk about this, and how to run the code, how to type it, and how to view it, etc. Now secondly comes for CSS. Okay, so CSS is not a standalone programming language, which means that we cannot use it separately. You have to use it with HTML. It is dependent upon HTML, and CSS is mainly for designing. The basic building blocks that you create, and by using CSS you can design and modify and make it look attractive and colorful. So now thirdly comes for JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language used in many platforms for mobile, desktop and mainly for web. And so we will be using JavaScript for web development. So JavaScript is for this web development. It is not a standalone, but for others it is a standalone. So it is also connected with HTML. HTML is the main building block. It is for the designing, and JavaScript is, you can say, it is the brain of the whole web page. All the functions, controls is done by using JavaScript. So you can think of a house. HTML, you can term it as a house. CSS, you can term it as all the design, styles, paints, etc. are the CSS. And JavaScript, it contains all the necessary things, that is wires, electricity, then functions and all these. When these three are combined, it makes a complete house. This for an example, but in programming, when these three combines, it forms a whole web page. So that's it about HTML, CSS, JavaScript and fundamentals of website and web page. It's very simple to learn and understand. Now the thing comes, that is, how can you download and install it? HTML, CSS and JavaScript support for these three language always comes in built in computer, mobile phones, everything. So if you want to install, you can go for Google and search for it. In this next tutorial series, I will just show you how to download and install the softwares and all required for web development. So if you like this video, please subscribe, like and share. So thanks for watching.